October the 8th, wildflowers. Although not noticeable across the landscape, it is still quite possible to go for a walk in October and encounter over 100 different wildflowers. Many, as usual, will have continued to flower from last month, and most will be in poor condition, being at the tail end of their flowering period. Nevertheless, for many, these are among the most pleasant days of the year, the few flowers there are being set off by the rich colours of autumn. If there has been an unseasonably warm period in the middle of the month, a St. Martin's summer, things can be quite different. This warm weather can sometimes induce another second or false spring, when primroses, violets, cowslips, as well as red and white campion, can all briefly come back into flower. Rather brighter coloured flowers also tend to be noticed more. For example, the vermilion-coloured scarlet pimpernel, the duck-egg blue of chicory, and the acid yellow of common toadflax. Gerard described the last species as, quote, a glorious and good flower, but at the nose loathsomely stinking. Downs are still good places to see a few flowers, such as knapweeds, harebell, wild basil, centaury, burnet saxifrage, yellowwort, devil's bit scabious, and perhaps even a fellwort on Banstead Downs or a clustered bellflower on another Surrey down. Woods are less floriferous, with just the possibility of the occasional foxglove, figwort, or hemp nettle. Someone seriously looking for wildflowers in October would be better rewarded hunting in waste areas. Ragwort, stinkweed, spurges, mayweeds, clovers, thistles, dandelions, cranebills, and dead nettles in such places are all still quite common, although in greatly reduced numbers. Some composites, usually so difficult to identify, are now easier than usual to recognize as there are so few left in flower. All three south thistles, that is, the smooth, prickly, and perennial, are common enough, as is bristly oxtongue, autumn hotbit, and catsia. Two alien composites very much associated with October, and also with London, are Gallant soldier, Gallinsoga parviflora, and Shaggy soldier, Gallinsoga quadriradiata. These small, bright yellow and white flowers appear in many pavement cracks all over London, and even seem to prefer the very central areas of the city. Although Gallant soldier arrived from South America in 1860 and quickly jumped over the wall at Kew, it is Shaggy soldier which is much more common now, even though it arrived 50 years later. Its grand name derives from a certain Don Mariano Martinez de Gallinsoga, but Londoners quickly, as you might expect, demoted this to Gallant soldier. It certainly is one of the most loved of all October's wildflowers, being more common in London than virtually anywhere else in Britain. Other than waste ground, wetter areas along the edges of rivers and lakes are also still reasonable places to look for plants still in flower. You may still come across hemp agreme, purple loosestrife, muskmallow, gypsywort, great willow herb, flowering rush, and branch burreed, as well as quite a range of sedges and rushes in places such as Barnes Wetland Centre. Although sadly not a wild plant in London, meadow saffron, Colchicum autumnale, has a long and illustrious history with the city. It was grown by Mongols, Persians, Greeks, and Romans long before it found its way to the Bishop of Ede's garden in Holborn in the 14th century. Here it was grown and sold to mask the smell of bad meat. A road running through the estate became known as Saffron Hill, which is the name it still retains today. The area has gone through many changes over time, becoming the infamous rookery where Dickens set Oliver Twist, and then becoming the centre of the diamond trade with Hatton Gardens. Although no meadow saffron can be found in the area, now it can still be seen growing at Wisley and Middleton House. If growing together with last month's autumn crocus, the two can be told apart from the number of stamens, 3 inside the flower indicating an autumn crocus, and 6 for true saffron.